What is going on YouTube? This is Yannick and I'm coming with a new mail day. I have some memorabilia, I have some slabs, and I have some raw cards, and I have some of my own PC stuff right now that I'm getting ready to go get signed. I will actually have them signed in person on August 8th, as there will be a fundraising softball game, and Mr. Spaceman himself will be there. Vanslaw, Dennis Oil Can Boyd, Danny Boucher from the Blue Jays and the Expos, Mark Griffin, who's a broadcaster now, and Jose Vidro. I have two of those that I'd like him to sign. So these will get signed in person on August 8th. The tickets were like $20. That includes the local team game in the evening, the charity game before, and even a collector basically show with about a 20 table. So that will be a first time locally that we have a show at a sports venue. Baseball stadium being 90 years old here, so a pretty neat venue that has all that history, and looking forward to it. It'll be a nice change to have a show during the summer. Other things that I have, this is basically a 1982 media guide, and that's the All-Star year in 1982. So that's a fun one to have, basically in the same time that the All-Star Home Run Derby is happening tonight and the All-Star Game tomorrow in Los Angeles at Dodger Stadium. So the media guide, long story short, are a bunch of information for the broadcasting and TV and all kinds of media. And long story short, the book has a whole bunch of information on the scheduling, stats, spring training, contract, a whole bunch of trivia, pictures. So really neat. I basically got this with this program from the All-Star Game, and I purchased this from the personal owner of the tickets. Basically, the gentleman had the season ticket and his ticket for the All-Star Game. So here's the ticket. There's this part missing from the stub, but nonetheless still a nice souvenir. Also the envelope, the letter in it, basically with the information. July 13th at 8:30, and here's the program. 1982 basically was the one of the greatest moment in Expo history. As you know, Montreal were at the forefront of baseball just 9 months after coming basically from a pitch to advance to the World Series. The Expos were a whole bunch of young talents that were making it into their starting lineup for the last about 5 years. They accumulated one of the best records in baseball from 79 to 1981. On July 13th, 1982, was 59,057 fans packed into the Olympic Stadium. Believe it or not, and I'd like to think that we might see this ever again, but I highly doubt it. But there were 18 Hall of Famers in that game, such as Andre Dawson, Tim Raines, Gary Carter, Reggie Jackson, George Brett, Rod Carew, Dennis Eckersley, Rolly Fingers, Carlton Fisk, Rich Gossage, Goose Gossage, Eddie Murray, Carl Yastrzemski, Dave Winfield, and Robin Yount, and I'm sure I'm leaving some behind there. Oh, one more guy too, the outfielder back then of the Oakland A's. This guy went 3 for 4 at bat and stole a base and basically scored the only run for the American League that night. And this guy was Ricky Anderson. So Ricky, as we know, is the stolen bases king, and he was part of that game as well a couple of years in this career. Dennis Eckersley for the American League, Steve Rogers for the National League. Rogers basically conceded the first run but shut out the American Leaguers the next couple innings. Eckersley didn't have as much as a good game. On top of the starter for the Expos that year, Gary Carter, Andre Dawson, and Tim Raines. Steve Rogers was as well the starting pitcher, and Al Oliver came in the I think in the 6th inning, and to hit basically I think as a DH, I would guess. Even I don't know actually how it would turn out then. Being the National League and the National League team, they would not be a DH, I guess. But if any of you guys know better, just let me know. There was no Canadian-born players in that game. That game was basically the first All-Star game north of the border. The All-Star Game started in 1933 through 1981, so that's almost 50 years in the US. So this was the first All-Star Game played north of the 49th. That's pretty much all I got regarding fun facts and stuff this game. So a whole bunch here of good information, and overall just a neat program to have in the collection. I actually purchased this as well, which is a book on Canadian baseball history. So I'll be going through this, and I'm sure learning a few new information that will get onto learning, getting to know new players. So a neat little book. Now for cards, I got a few slabs. Randy Johnson, 89 score. Come on, camera. Sorry about that, people. So 89 score, big unit. 89 Donruss, Tim Raines. 74 Steve Renko. 1990 Marquise Grissom.
En effet, Jim Perry se dirige maintenant vers le monticule et remplacera vraisemblablement Juan Marichal. En effet, c'est ça, Jim Perry.
And the 1960, I love the 1960. I think they're a great set. Color scheme, overall the pictures and the full body shot there. So this is Mr. George Miranda, 1960 Topps. There's a little bit of a print mark there, rollers, as 1960 sets all have, kind of deal. And he was a local ball player from Lévis, just across the St. Lawrence River from here. So the last thing I got, it's a neat little set that I found, but unfortunately I'm missing one card that I might be able to find. So if one of you guys know about it, this is a 2012 Topps National VIP set. So they were a set of 5 cards representing some of the greatest of all time. So there's Mickey Mantle in the 52. This is actually his card that I'm missing. It would be a 1952 of his in the same look, but with his Joplin team. So basically his home team before he was drafted by the Yankees. So there's Mickey Mantle. Here's Babe Ruth with the Orioles before the Red Sox. And here's Jackie Robinson with the Montreal Royals. And Willie Mays with the Millers, Minneapolis Millers. So that's all I got, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will be back with more soon. Take care.